Hey guys, Vortex82 here. Been MIA for a little while, but I'm back again to give you an economy video. This is predicting your build costs. I've featured my Arachnid Invader with flame weapons on it. But first we'll get into some gameplay to sweeten you up a bit, and then we'll get into the technical side of it. Enjoy the gameplay, guys, and I'll be back in a few minutes.
Double kill. Triple kill.
There we go. What do you reckon, boys and girls? Not bad for an old hack. So this is what I'm talking about predicting your build costs. I'm an iOS player, so I actually do these little screens on my iPhone in the notepads, and I go through and I itemise the robot and weapons and anything else that relates to the build and how I want to set it up. Some of these items I've got, and some of them I don't, and some of them aren't even really leveled up that much. I also don't take into account with my build costs my pilots, because that's too hard to predict really. I run a standard pilot and they only go to level 50 purely because the gold is better elsewhere than spending for the next pilot upgrade. And if we keep scrolling down, you'll see that I'll have a total silver cost and a total gold cost. And this is only for the robot, not pilot included. So we'll get back into some gameplay, and I'll try not to interrupt again for this lot. Enjoy!
Double kill.
So there is something I am disappointed a bit with this robot, is the walking speed. Wouldn't it be cool if it actually walked this fast, but this is double speed. As a spider, I think it actually should walk a lot quicker. But the other thing that's a little bit disappointing with this, and I don't know if it's the same for the standard Invader, but when you jump, the legs tend to catch on just about anything because they drop down underneath you. So they're not quite like a Raven where you've actually got to jump from further back.
Triple kill.
Alright, got ourselves through a couple of battles now, and just thought I'd show you around my hangar, my workshop, if you will. So I don't really like to run too much in the way of OP, although I do have a Ming in the back, but I did win it, so why not? I won it, may as well run it, which is pretty much how I get most of my robots anyway. I win them and then I run them. But this is what we're talking about, the lovely Arachnid Invader. So I love the way it looks, which is also probably why I'm running it, because I'm all about looks. But yeah, so we're running our flame weapons on it. So as we've seen before, I originally ran it with cryo. It's the same cost, but it just works better with flames. I feel it has a more higher damage per second compared to cryo. Because once you've pretty much spent your cryo, then it doesn't really do so well. Stands up pretty well against the T-Falcons and stuff like that, and you'll see that in the next video. But it also stands up fairly well against things like Arthur. Keep in mind that the flames are still at level 8, waiting for upgrade overdrive. And the robot's at level 10, also waiting for a point when I'll be willing to spend the money on upgrade overdrive. I'm still running a standard armor kit at this point, so in my predictions for build I've run a heavy armor, but again I'll either try and win it, or when I've got the gold available then I'll buy one. But yeah, it's picking the right economy. My last stand, which I've punched up a couple of times in overdrive, so she's a level 3. Yep. And I've got the Battleborn down the bottom there. So the Battleborn's still only a level 1, but that's on there for my initial attack. So, yeah, so my first assault. Right. Have a bit more of a look around. There's a bit to read there. It's a good suppression robot. One of the highest suppressions in the game. Actually, in fact, I think it is actually the highest suppression in the game, especially with the legendary pilot. You can get it to 95% suppression, from what I understand. And it can suppress a whole team. If there's a whole team there, it suppresses everything within a 100 meter radius. So 200 meters diameter. It's a good bot to run in squads. So yeah, so we'll move on to another video. Here we go, boys and girls. Just one thing quickly, guys. I have learned on this map, which is your motto, this little area here, this centre beacon, is awesome for running a little for this thing, this invader. It's basically like sitting in a spider's lair, and you can just sort of pick away at people, but you can also jump to some pretty cool spots from this centre beacon, which you'll see in a couple of seconds. So that was an Ares, guys, and this is the Falcon I'm talking about. Not actually a T-Falcon, it's just a standard Falcon, but even when it goes back into defence mode, they're still pretty tough, and you'll see that I sort of give him a bit of a fairly good run for his money, considering this is still only a level 10 bot with level 8 weapons. There we have it, another video done and dusted by Vortex82. You'll noticed in that video I take down a fair few decent like late model meta stuff with an old invader, sort of not really a meta unit anymore. It's not the thing that people go out of their way to run, but I like to run obscure things, like, as you know, with a few of the other things I've shown in my videos. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Don't like and abuse me though, because I don't really handle abuse too well. I kind of get a bit... You will leave it at that? Okay, enjoy, boys and girls, and I'll see you next time.